you. Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Beginner Bootcamp 2. We have another round of 16 matchup today between UnversedDocs and FishonaStick. Winner of this match will be going on to face Revelox in the top 8. My name is Bob. I'm here on commentary today with the lovely Mr. Roro Maniac as well.
Got off the meeting just in time. Hello.
Perfect. Welcome in. Looks like we're gonna have a really good matchup today. Looks like we're gonna
I'm very excited
here in just a moment. Yeah.
I love seeing two proteges from Fresh Faces outside of the United States. Gotten to see both of them do a little bit of grinding for this event. Doc's definitely having a better time during the qualifier, but I've seen Fish grinding, learning some strats. He's not usually playing settings that involve the World Never Was, but he's gotten more acclimated recently, and he's been, grinding the fights out specifically. So he's engaging with Bootcamp exactly as intended.
Yes, and the biggest thing for these Event 1 settings is that you do have to climb the World That Ever Was. It's going to be interesting to see when and how these runners decide to get that climb done and how they route it in with whatever lucky M's they may have. And it looks like gonna get going.
Any interesting numbers on the tracker that I didn't see?
Looks like there's not a single number that is over 20.
I will say that STT being over a double-digit number is, being a double-digit number is probably the most excitement STT really sees in these settings. Because I personally find that STT is just too slow of checks per minute in this format, but because you don't start with that Way to the Dawn, that Wild Goose Chase can always end up back in STT.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as you get to the point where you're searching for fives, everything comes on the table. Looking through, we get our menus here from both runners. Looks like Kingdom Key just has an item boost, nothing too crazy. UnversedDocs turning around, going straight into the first 300 acre. Magnaburst, pretty good tool early. FishonaStick deciding just to walk forward, not to turn around.
I'm not going there until I get my first torn page. I don't care how stubborn that makes me. I'm not going.
Yeah, I have started recently turning around, unless very specific circumstances. Like if I'm not playing Lucky Emblems and there's nothing in 100 acre, I'm not gonna turn around. So.
I mean, I have all my first visits. I'm not starved to go into 100 acre.
Right. Yeah, and we see both of them starting with some of the death abuses. Very important to get out of the way on beginner. FishonaStick going straight into Beast Castle, getting that one done. Does find a Reflect very early. And UnversedDocs.
Anything other than an HP up will take.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, HP ups.
We still have death abuses to do. One interesting scenario that I find with Event 1 is where to place the station fight for Twilight Town, because this is a format where you want to get as many checks as possible, so you might want to save the station fight for when you have a final form or a valor form to level up. But at the same time, if you wait too long, you can't death abuse it, because truly you breed on the seed wrong, and those dusks don't do any damage to you in that fight.
Right, exactly. I've played a lot of these seeds in practice with a lot of the boot campers. Personally, I tend to not death abuse Twilight Town on beginner. You have so many shotguns available to you, it's almost every time you're gonna find something to speed it up. But it's definitely a good play too, because there are just a lot of checks after it.
I've actually done the exact opposite, but I would probably lose to you as I played 2 of these. I actually aggressively chased down the Twilight Town death abuse, because it's a decent number of checks there in that first visit. Yeah, it's a little slow with that slow movement, but if I don't, in the nightmare scenario where I don't get a Valor or a final level it up, it's brutal.
Yep. Anyway, coming out of the Beast Castle shotgun, you got quite a few things. You got a Reflect, a report that's telling you that there's a Royal Summons in Port Royal, Blizzard, Second Chance, and Torn Pages. See Fish on a Stick going into Agrabah now. Gonna start getting into the bucket checks here in the shotgun. And all Doc's continuing around the circle, going into the world that never was. Feeling a little bit cold this evening. Already Blizzara over on Fish on a Stick side. Nothing.
Being knocked down a peg is kind of convenient.
Yeah. Nothing of note in the first 4 world that never was. You see the first 3 of Elodia here out of docks. Report 2 found by Fish on a Stick. Pridelands has torn pages. That's another interesting one in these settings is 100 Acre. I feel like I always want to go there, but then I never end up going there because like I feel like it really isn't worth it until you have spooky access, and even still you have so much stuff you have to get through to get there. It's, I don't know, it feels like it's a very hard commitment.
It also, like, you probably don't want to see a torn page. Like, if you're right now, I am very uneasy until I have Way to the Dawn, and seeing that one of my easy Way to the Dawn spots, which would be a shotgun of Pridelands, is less likely to have it because I got one of the 5s hinted there. I'm not a happy camper here.
Yeah. Fish on a Stick also finding membership card. That's pretty huge. A lot of checks there in HP2. Not too many early emblems so far. Only 2 on Fish on a Stick side and 1 on Unversed Dock side. We do get a gap closer, slide dash. Another report telling you that Space Paranoids has Sword of the Ancestor. They're very quickly running out of places where this Way to the Dawn could be. First Dock's getting some lulls here in Halloween Town. That's Chicken and Peter Pan in the early Halloween Town, and an experience boost.
Experience boost is going to come real in handy here. This is probably where I, as someone who's admittedly not put in that much volume, one of the hardest things I've been having on these settings is actually finding the best way to get levels when I know that I have the World That Never Was access. So if they just get surprised with a Way to the Dawn, having that experience boost in their back pocket is huge. Especially while their HP gauge is not that large, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot easier to get into the XP boost range.
God forbid I have to use an auto form.
Yeah.
Just DNF me already.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I have done screens, I think, in every single Lucky Emblem seed I have done.
I don't really know how you managed to make the World That Never Was go so quickly, so early. You know, part of the necessity of climbing the World That Never Was early, given its required content, is that you might not always have the ideal tools. You have to kind of get comfortable with Roxas without Limit Form, Big Bar without Hori Slash, like those. Yeah, you think that you get comfy with the fight, and then that one tool that you get comfy with isn't there.
Right. And Fish on a Stick following Unversed Docks into Halloween Town. Docks getting the extra levels. Managing to do a good job getting all 3 Jack-in-the-Boxes. Doesn't quite get the kill on the one. Does clean it up very well. Doc's just continuing around the circle on the outside of the JOA, moving into the Olympus Coliseum shotgun.
Just levels being a 7 is also something that's like partially concerning.
Yeah, whenever there's a 5 on levels and you don't get it in like the first batch of levels you get in your shotguns, it's very concerning.
I'm only concerned if I don't have the weight of the dawn.
Yeah, that's fair.
The weight of the dawn is worth like 10 emblems for me.
It really is.
Not many, but like it's
yeah.
Like I would say 3 or 4 emblems. It's I want it.
Emblems starting to load in a little bit more. Doc's up to 6 now. FishonaStick sitting at 4. Is there anything here in the Port Royal shotgun? Report telling you that the 5 on levels is ice cream, so it is not the weight of the dawn.
Okay, our first entrance into Pride Land.
Yeah,
I like pushing Pride Lands early from the in these settings in particular, given that you don't start with like fantastic movement.
right.
It's hard to justify doing it super early when you have death abuses on the table, but now that Fish has kind of done the 2 that matter, Beast Castle, Agrabah, and is definitely not going to try to death abuse Twilight Town.
Right.
Just full send.
Yeah, that's always what I've been doing in these settings. Is I do my 3 main death abuses in Agrabah, BC, and Halloween Town, and then I immediately go to Pride Lands, especially if I'm looking for movement.
Fish, how are we recovering? Nice.
Nice elixir.
I think we might be in trouble here, though.
Does take 1 out.
Okay, nice.
Just gotta keep
going. There we go.
There we go.
Nice recovery. Good levels, too.
Yeah.
Basically caught up to Docs in levels with that one fight.
Now we get a whole heaping load of checks here in Pride Lands. Cure is not exactly what you want to see, but it can be useful. Doc's going back to check Piglet's nest now.
See, just wait till you have the first turn page, and then you want to come back.
Did find an aerial dodge. Definitely had a decision to make there, and whether or not he was going to do the Piglet minigame or not, seeing as there is a 10 in 100 Acre. But at this point, maybe you just go back after you get another page if you're going to push those 5s. FishonaStick did find a report in Pride Lands, just telling us that the torn pages that we already have from Beast Castle are there. Also, everybody, don't forget, please, if you are able, to donate to the American Art Association. The link for the Tiltify campaign is pinned in the pinned chat. You can also use exclamation mark donate or exclamation mark charity. All donations go to a great cause. Our $1,000 incentive is actually a race between the winner of Beginner Bootcamp 2 and myself, the winner of Beginner Bootcamp 1. As a champion versus champion match, so if you want to see that happen, try to help us get to that goal.
Bold assumption that the winner of Beginner Bootcamp 2 is going to want to face a sniper.
I mean, it's all for charity, so...
Yeah, good point.
FishonaStick following in Doc's footsteps in Disney Castle. Only thing semi-notable out of there, but at least before pushing the mouse, was the Battlefields of War.
It's hard to really say anything super insightful for like the first 20 minutes because it's just, no matter what settings you're playing, the shotguns are always like the first part. I think the real excitement happens is like when they finish their shotguns, where do the players think their best checks per minute really come from?
Right. Yeah, the only thing we
Where
can
did
really
Fish
do is
get the? Oh, Fish got the membership card in Agrabah that Unverse Docs has not yet pushed toward.
Correct. Yeah, he did the death abuse first, but
Right.
left before doing any of the checks, just so he could get Beast Castle out of the way without getting any HP ups. And he's just doing the whole circle and probably going to head back there after Pride Lands would be my guess. So he'll finish out here in Bailey very well, and then I believe Pride Lands will be his next, just keeping going on the circle. There it is.
Fish has an extra turn page. Are we pushing?
He does have 3.
I see that 5.
Yeah, did get a hint saying that there's
I don't know why not.
There.
Which itself is also a 5 for him, right? Like the Agrabah, whether it's first or second visit, has. I mean, it could have 5 individual checks. That's not impossible, but
Right. Yeah.
I find it very surprising given how few checks are left in Agrabah. Okay, he's electing not to. That makes sense.
It is a big time commitment, and you have a lot of stuff you still have to do in your shotguns. It's definitely something to keep in the back of your mind for something you might want to push.
I haven't really watched a ton of Seeds, so maybe Bab, you can speak to this. I keep calling you Bab even though it's Bob. I don't know. I heard a rumor 2 years ago, and it's stuck in my head now. Bob, what's the normal distribution of emblems that are achieved after shotguns are complete? So I feel like I've seen really, really low numbers after shotguns, but I don't know if I'm biased.
It varies. I've had seeds where I've had 17, 18 emblems after shotguns and just been
kidding.
Ready to full. Okay. Yes, I have had 2 or 3 seeds like that. Mostly you end around the 11, 12 mark, maybe 13, somewhere in that range. But I have seen some low like this one where you're basically through all your shotguns and you only got 7, 8 emblems, maybe less.
Well, they kind of went the opposite way. So I think if you take the union of them, there's 10, 11?
I believe
somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I think it's right about 9 or 10, because I believe FishonaStick only maybe got 1 out of Agrabah, and I believe that's the only thing other than the ending of Pride Lands here that Dux has not done yet.
No real movement diffs either. Looks like only an extra aerial dodge for Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's our first entrance in TT, right? So another lucky emblem there. So
yep,
somewhere between 10 and 11. I'm yelling at the screen for them to go faster just because I want to comment on something other than the shotguns, but I know that they you gotta do them. You gotta do them.
We're getting there. FishonaStick does have a quick run 3 now. It's very good movement early.
I was really thinking about this the other day, where lucky emblems, it's a lower variance version of 3 proof, right? Where because it's basically proofs, but now there's just a lot of them. And right. I was these settings are interesting because there's not an excitement over 3 objects. And then during the qualifier, it's all the excitement is on objectives or on emblems 23, 24, and 25. It's just it's still the same excitement on the same right. 3.
You end up looking for 3 proofs, but you've already done most of the game, and you're just where do I go?
Exactly.
It's always unfortunate when you're sitting on 24 emblems, and you do something that has multiple checks, and you get 2 emblems from that, and you're well, I'm at 26 now. This is a failure on my part. Or the funniest one is when you're going through final fights on 25 emblems, and you get another emblem off of levels while you're in final fights, and you're if I just killed 3 more enemies.
Core skip is on in this, right?
Yes, core skip is on.
Okay.
And it is very powerful if you have the ability to do it.
So in the two that I've played, I haven't been doing core skip, but that was also because that's like a nice natural opportunity to level if I can get through it.
Right.
But, I'm looking at these tools and I'm seeing that HB is available. We have like decent aerial dodge, at least on Fish's side. Like, I can see a world where I want to, and we have quick run 3 on his side too.
Yep.
Like I think you could make a case that Fish might want to make a play for a core skip if he's comfortable with it.
The only problem with it I see with it right now is the second part after you get to the valves. Getting up to the next level.
I forgot that's something you have to do. Oops.
Yeah. He can get through the clip in the first part just fine. It's just after the valves, he doesn't really have a way to get up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If he happens to find final form there and manages to get it to level 3, that's all he would need. So it's really
I guess then the problem with my argument is then if I had final form, I'd just do core normally. Like it's such a nice opportunity to get great levels. Like I'm struggling to find any other location in the game other than Twilight Town 3 where I feel like I'm getting naturally good levels as I progress.
SP2 gets you some good levels as you're progressing, but like you really don't want to be
Which
doing
one?
SP2, Space Paranoids 2.
If they find themselves there, I'll have many questions.
Yeah. I mean, this speed specifically, it's definitely not happening.
When did they get the identity disc? Why did they choose that checks per minute? Why are they doing like scene? That's not on. Like,
the only reason you're really gonna have to go there in these settings is the way to the Dawn Hunt, but that won't be happening here.
Correct.
You can get some decent levels there. Other than that, a lot of the second visits that are higher level, there's not a ton of mob fights. Like maybe BC2, you can get some decent levels off of nobody's there. I did experience boost TT2, double experience boost TT2, and got like 6 levels from it yesterday. So that's a good spot for it.
They only have 1 EXP boost right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I might have seen one on a Keyblade also.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think both players have at least visited every world now. So we're now getting into territory where we're pushing deeper. I'm assuming that we're
with the exception of FishonaStick has not done the Space Paranoid Shotgun yet. Has not been done.
Ah, that's true. You're right. I suspect we're doing HP2 on Fish's side.
It would make sense. Dax using Trinity Wheeling very well, getting through Station Fight, getting another emblem off of it.
Yeah, turn around. Yep. I've Fish reached out to me saying like, hey, like I've played these settings. What advice can you recommend? And I said, okay, once you're done with shotgun, at every moment think about where are my next best checks per minute. So I agree with this decision to just continue in HP2.
That was an incredible number of lucky emblems. Oh my goodness.
Okay. I suspect we're not going to leave that off the plate for Fish for too long, so I'm sure he'll catch up.
Yeah, he's probably only going to cope for a tool for slightly longer, maybe hoping to find a final form here. There are 3 likely, well, could be 3 5s, could be 2 5s and 6 1s.
So Dox is pushing this, and I kind of like it exclusively because of his knowledge of where the other 2 ice creams are, right? He knows there's one on levels, he knows there's one in OC. TT3 also being like this mecca for levels, basically your freebie into climbing the world that never was.
Right.
I like this play. Get it out of the way, and then start chasing it. OC actually for Dox looks incredible because I can't quite make out that number on my end. It looks like a 6.
Yes.
So you could not only get that ice cream, but you might also find a way to the dawn along the way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so far, Dox has played this seed exactly my routing I would have taken for the seed. He did, well, not exactly his shotgun routing, but everything he's done, I would have done by this point, and I would be in TT1 right now. So this is exactly what I would have done. FishonaStick has just taken a slightly different order. And he's ended up in HP2 because of it, which is also a really good spot to be.
Oh, wow. Okay,
And
HB2 also
loaded.
has a massive node, so they'll probably cross paths and then get to, I don't know, like 17 very quickly.
Yeah, it's always interesting when these scenes, instead of turning into a Lucky Emblem hunt, turn into a Way to the Dawn hunt. So you end up with like 23,
No, thank
24 emblems, and you're just like,
Nope.
where's my Way to the Dawn?
Y'all can play that kind of seed. No, thank you.
Did play one the other night. It was great.
Okay, wrapping up shotguns for Fish. Doc's making the obvious play, I think, going through HP2 for just clearing out the shotgun. I suspect after it we go to OC, right? If we've climbed TT, it feels like a waste not to try to go for levels in TT3.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if he decides to do Corridors fight instead of leaving it Anthem study. He does have Chicken as a tool to help with that. That's where the Trinity limit was. Okay.
Only one form between them. They'll both have it. And forms are also worth 5, right?
Yes, forms, pages, and unlocks.
Okay, and we know Valor form is hinted in Twilight Tome. That's not a lot to work with. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've kind of almost aggressively pushed towards worlds with forms just because forms kind of feel like it grows like very quickly. Like having 3 or 4 forms gets you so many checks if you can rapidly level them all in rapid succession.
Right, you're getting checks per minute on top of your checks per minute if you're leveling forms.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, finally we have our second Glide. I didn't even notice that FishonaStick grabbed that.
So, Unversed Docs tried to pause to get the glide, like the faster glide, but correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to land for that to actually take effect, right? Because your glide 2, or whatever your glide level is still in motion like when you pause. I think you have to land for the glide to update.
I believe, yeah.
Oh, and Fish is doing screens. I see. We are
He's going right into it.
It can work where this is a little slow.
Yeah, he's trying to magnet burst it. His magic is a little bit low, so it's going to take multiple magnet bursts to kill each wave of strafers.
He does have Wisdom Fire. I think does he have Experience Boost equipped? Okay, so he is about to start getting double EXP.
Yeah, it's just you got to be really careful with timing your second. There's the ice cream, only on level 15. Unversed also just got it. You have to be really careful with timing your second air hit if you don't have Combo Master, just to make sure you actually hit the strafer with the second hit. Otherwise, you just swing and hit air. You also have to be careful not to get hit a bunch.
Yeah, he does have Wisdom Fire as a backup plan, and I think that could go very well.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to lose his experience boost.
And I get that.
Yeah.
Screens is I think this is actually like a very good lesson in trying to time your screens appropriately, because you want to make sure that you're not so weak that you can't really make anything of your screens, and then you're stuck with like stats below the floor for the world that never was. But you also don't want to be so strong that you like wasted time inoptimally leveling. I think he wants the Mega Potion. There you go.
Yep. Fortunately puts him out of EXP boost range.
Yeah, but I figured we were maybe going to go for Wisdom Form here.
It would at least get you a couple levels off it.
Yeah, so I think Fish unfortunately came here just a little bit too under-leveled to make great use of it. It wasn't a complete waste. He managed to get some stats. He got the Ice Cream out of it. He got a Thunder out of it, so there's some compensation. But I suspect, given that Docs is saving it, we're going to see Docs have a probably better time getting to the stats necessary to make the world that never was, quote-unquote, free.
Docs is attempting to do the first part of Core Skip here. He also did find Stitch in Core, so he'll have that for screens as another tool for it as well.
How is he getting through how is he getting up the ledge?
I'm not sure.
Wisdom Fire? Is that something you can do?
Maybe. He might be able to climb with Wisdom Fire, then revert into an aerial dodge.
That's better than what I could do. I'd just turn around and be like, oops, I forgot that I can't do that.
Yeah, I might do the first part on my way out just to grab these 2 checks here. Yeah, that.
Oh, I think he knows. Okay, so he just wanted to grab those chests. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair. And
I mean, he has 17. Open for so
yeah.
That's a lot. Oh, and it's a 10. It's a 10.
Yeah, oh, he is electing not to do dancer fight.
If I'm him, I'm panicking, just chasing down 5s. Like, I'm almost done.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
This has escalated very quickly.
And the crazy part is about the emblem difference right here, the 17 to 13. FishonaStick just needs to do the station fight, and he's caught up. Like, they're all right there. It's crazy.
I'm pretty confident that at this point, where was Trinity Limit again?
The Space Paranoid Shotgun.
Oh, okay, so he has it. Okay, so if he really, really wanted to go do station fight, he could do it. My suspicion he's not doing it because he wants to save it for final or valor leveling, which is something I did teach him, but I want to hope that he like corrects if you don't end up finding it, especially because there's a hint that I don't know where Doc's got it, but you're not going to get valor form before station fight.
Does get the 1 phase on Trinity Limit for Thresholder.
Beautiful execution. And this is our first entrance into Thresholder, right?
Yes. Both runners previously had just done the opening shotgun checks. This is a good spot for emblems.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is purely a checks per minute play because this doesn't have any opportunity to actually get him the Weight of the Dawn.
Right. And if you're really looking for emblems, it's good to go to places with lower important check counts because there's less important checks in the way of the emblems being there. And with him being a little bit further away than Docs right now, sitting at the 13 instead of 17, this is pretty good for checks per minute looking for the emblems. So like Docs is now going to do screens himself, see how he elects to do it.
See, notice that his stats are higher than Fish coming out of it. So this is, unfortunately for Fish, like this is going to be a huge separation of stats, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Docs has a better keyblade on, may have equipped some accessories as well. It's in the HP boost range.
It also kind of has a compounding effect, right? Because if you can one-shot with your Magnet Burst or your Magics or whatever it is that you're doing, like you're also less likely to get hit, right? So like that like scary moment that Fish had where he got down to 1 HP, he recovered well, but if your stats are good enough to one-shot, you basically don't ever give these strafers an opportunity to hit you.
Correct. The unfortunate thing about Magnet Burst is the threshold to be one-shotting with it is very high. I believe it's like 34 magic is when you start one-shotting with Magnet Burst. So it takes quite a bit.
I would not continue to Darkthorn. And he agrees.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to catch up on the emblem count.
Yep, going into the TT.
I think there were 3, right?
Yeah, it was 3 back-to-back.
Now, the only way that this goes quickly is with Trinity Limit, right? Without it, I don't...
Yeah, no, it has to be true. Well, he could also do Wisdom Form and use just the melee attack, but it's likely Trinity Limit, yeah.
Fish came strapped with the strats.
Yes. Dux is now at the point where he was one-shotting with the Blizzard. Does go into Wisdom Form to get the levels there.
Lucky Emblem at level 30.
Mm-hmm. Besides, he's all set.
Strength is great.
Magic's almost there. Yes.
Magic is like middle of the road right now. You have like if you can get above like the ceiling for the World That Never Was is like 47. So like if you can get both stats above that, you're gonna have just an easy time virtually with almost any tools you've got.
Mm-hmm. I believe this will be the point where Dox goes into full-on 5 hunt.
I think that means OC's, yeah, I was going to say OC's probably mandatory at this point then. And kind of serves as like there's a myriad of good outcomes here, right? You get the ice cream, which gets you more, gets you TT3 access. You might find a form that gives you more forms to level. It might unlock, say, something like, I don't know, Pride Lands, which I don't think either one has found the unlock.
Right.
And that still has a 5 left in it. In fact, looking at the grid, or the tracker, there's like very few 5s that Dox could collect that would actually make me sad.
Right.
Like even a Torn Page isn't bad because there's still a 5 lingering there. Like what 5 that he collects would actually make me sad?
The only ones you don't want to see.
Beast Castle.
Yeah, you don't want to see
Beast
Castle. You don't want to see.
I think that's it. Identity Disc, I guess.
Identity Disc, yeah.
I'm honestly, Identity Disc is, it still has some checks in SP2. Like, VC2 has nothing. Like,
Right, yeah. Well, I have had multiple seeds in these settings where Rumbling Rose Track had 2 emblems, and it was absurd.
that's disgusting. I will not abandon my CPM meta.
Yeah.
And it looks like neither will Dox. Now, I think Fish, interestingly, kind of has a chance to catch up by, if he finishes this, he may himself be convinced that OC is the right play.
I mean, it does seem like the right play all around. There being a 5 there, in addition to the ice cream, which gets you another 5, which also gets you a form. Although forms aren't as important at this point. There's no 5s there. There's a Light and Darkness on Cerberus, though. That's essentially a form. So,
yeah.
That'll be really good once it gets the ice cream and have a final form for TT2 and 3.
What is Fish electing to do?
He was thinking about going into TT2, decides on Port Royal.
I don't hate it. You haven't finished the town. Like, this is a decent number of checks you can collect. We know that it's not going to pan out for him because of what Dox did.
And we'll just see if
I don't hate this.
Before minute fight or stay.
This is good CPM. Like, I'm looking at the tracker. I don't really see a ton that's, like, immediately better.
Royal Summons would be good to find, though. There is a 5 on the mouse pusher later. TR, good amount of checks right when you get there as well.
Yeah, but you have to invest quite a bit, you know? Like, I'm still looking at, like, HB and thinking, okay, I need to figure out a way to get through this core. Like, I need to get through it. And then versus Dox, by the way, finding Light and Darkness, I think that basically also just naturally pushes him to HB if OC doesn't give him anything that he needs, right?
Right. There's the ice cream. Does have TT2.
Yeah, this is... Dox is cursed with too many good things to do now.
Yep, there's too many options.
Oh yeah, have that too. Why not? Oh, and that too. Yeah.
My goodness.
Go 3 for 3. I dare you.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Really? Oh, there it is.
Oops,
Don't speak yet.
So now CPM is completely out the window for you. Don't care about any.
Right. Yeah, you are.
You just need to start chasing your 5s.
Yep.
Hoping Fish turns around upon. Oh, he got the Royal Summons though. Oh, this Royal Summons could. Oh man, if Timeless River has the Way to the Dawn. Okay, but Fish is following up an OC. I like this play.
Let's see if Dox decides to leave here. Although there's still 5 here, so.
No, I think both players are doing exactly what I would
My brain was
Even
like,
with the
you're
royal
here for the ice cream.
Yeah. I mean, even with the royal summons in hand from Fish, like, I'm looking at this tracker, and nothing is really telling me, invest 2 minutes pushing a goddamn royal mouse. Like, there's absolutely no reason for me to invest that time when I have potential TT3, a potential core in its entirety, and OC. Like, the 3 biggest worlds I could possibly imagine, like, in my fingertips.
And with OC as well, you have access to the second visit, so you can just keep going until you find this 5. And with no super bosses being on, you know, at worst it's going to be on Hades.
Nicely done from Fish. Good recovery from Dox after unexpectedly running out of magic. In fact, I think that's faster than what he was intending to do with Duck Flare.
Yeah. Yeah, I always get to use whatever form you're going into as an extra ether, essentially.
We might be second visit pushing here.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. He elects to do TT first.
Or third visit. Oh, no, that is still second visit for him.
Yep.
I will say that I kind of wish that Unverse Docs actually popped the Light and Darkness before coming here. That
I
it
agree.
seems like a 100%. Nice
100%.
opportunity to get some final levels. Not that it's too late. Like, there's no nobodies in TT3. Oh, no. But it's also just a nice, convenient tool to just shred with final fires.
Right.
Still making quick work. It's possible that he just forgot he had it.
Mm-hmm. He did get it all the way back in Starbucks. He could have actually used it in OC before he went into the lock and did the but right before Pete.
I think we're popping Light and Darkness now. Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
How many attempts will it be?
3.
That was 2.
It's right here. Told you.
Good job. Well read.
I'm never wrong. I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong.
You were wrong by 1 check, so I'll give it to you.
Is there any, like, 1 point worth? Oh, a magnet. We're missing magnets. That would be kind of convenient.
Mm-hmm.
There's not, like, really a ton of crowd control that you have to do here. Like, maybe we get to Betwixt.
Oh, no way.
That's so sad.
That's unfortunate.
And that's why you do Light and Darkness before TT2, so you at least had 1 visit of buffer before that happened.
Yep. Always punished. That does take away the 5 that we had left here in TT3. So
I think he's just searching for the Valor form because that's like a decent number of checks still.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised though if he elects to just leave and go back to OC at this point. There is the Valor form, so I believe, yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, at this point, CPM doesn't really matter. It's about which 5 can I obtain first. And I think actually OC over HB here.
He likes to go to Agrabah. Okay.
I don't hate this. I think last time I did the math, it's like roughly 50-50 between Agrabah 1 and Agrabah 2 having your remaining check if it's just 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't hate finding this out. Getting a natural opportunity to level Wisdom and Valor as well.
Yep.
So given that there's like probably an emblem or two in the world that never was, this is a pretty even game in terms of emblems. Right now, like the each player kind of has an advantage. I'd say Docs has the pretty substantial advantage of stats. I'd say substantial because like if you have any errors in the world that never was, stats are a great way to course correct.
Yeah.
But Fish has more like he has a pretty important unlock in the form of the Royal Summon. So that could pay out dividends if he decides to push that and Docs doesn't.
Interesting play by Docs here, electing to go into the world that never was. I would probably wait until I have the Way to the Dawn. But you could, there is also the world where there's a report here and it tells you where the Way to the Dawn is. So.
Can that happen? Okay, I didn't know that that was something that could happen.
Right.
Okay. Not quite close enough to stun him with the Reflect there, but with Trinity Limit and Reflera, I doubt Docs will struggle much more.
Only thing you really have to worry about from this point is a Beyblade.
Reflect, nice. He's a little high up in the air. Nice. And if we can do some ground combos here, I think we've got him because our strength is so much stronger. Yeah, there we go. And a lucky emblem to boot. Okay.
Yep.
Fish also electing to use Light and Dark. I'm assuming prepping for TT3.
Yep. He has not done TT2 yet. So he'll have it for that.
He'll have a natural opportunity to get some final levels.
Right.
Maybe
and I
close
wouldn't
the gap in emblems.
I wouldn't be surprised if FishonaStick decides to go to Mansion, even though it dies before then, because it's a good choice to catch up on levels, and he can find some emblems there.
That's actually kind of, if you're rooting for Fish, I think it's almost a necessity if you want him to catch up on stats that he... Oh, but I think he's... Is he going to quick run Roxas? Okay, I don't know what his plan is here. Because we did speak about Roxas, and I told him that if you take 2 DMs to Roxas consistently, you might be better off just quick running.
Yeah.
Especially if your stats are not great. Right? Yeah, I think that he was practicing trying to quick run Roxas, because I don't think he normally does it. Okay.
Grabs the Keyblades.
I didn't see him take off dodge roll, but I also wasn't paying that much attention. Yeah, he didn't take off dodge roll. Yep.
Yeah, he has to hold forward and hold square when he presses it.
Limit. Ooh, if he can get that. Oh, I think he wants to start over. I see.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take off dodge roll.
Yeah, you could argue that he could, if he popped auto limit with the Keyblades in hand, I think he actually probably might have been able to survive that. But I can understand that if you were committed to, unequipping guard is a bit of a overcorrection, I think.
I also unequip guard, but
really, okay.
Yeah, it's just mainly because there's times when I would like to take a hand off my controller and give the rest. And if you have guard off, you don't have to hold forward. So.
Oh,
it's a good time.
You got caught in the DM.
Check my phone. This is a point where it would have been beneficial to have a couple more final levels.
I didn't even think about the fact that like the TT3 can die early, and therefore like your mansion spot for leveling is unideal. Like you don't have any bonus aside from the final levels at the point.
Right.
Yeah, his quick run is really, really strong. So you're like Crisco, like you're just sliding all over the place if you're not careful.
He does. All right, Doc's got some in action loop. See if you can keep him there. Yep.
Okay, I think Fish is just electing to give up on the quick running strat, and I think that's a good idea. If you can find a way to get limit to work for you. Unfortunately, we are. The Sonic Blades. He'll retaliate quite quickly, and our strength stat is not ideal either. So it's challenging to see how we're actually going to get some real damage out on him.
Right.
Oh, not that Beyblades. That's not fair. Come on.
It was a quick one.
One is too many. Okay, so we're putting them back on, and I'm assuming we're leaving to go try to find the way to the dawn, and maybe some stats.
Yeah, TT3, there it is.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
TT2 first, but yeah.
We'll get to see maybe what final... No, I don't think he's going to get to 4 in one fight.
No. I don't. You definitely cannot get to 4 from just this fight.
So, once Dox is done here, I would be shocked not to see an OC push. It's like the world where you're guaranteed to get the 5 from that one push. I guess STT serving as a double 5 from Dox's side. We know that there's a Bone Fist in there from a report. I'm assuming report. Can't tell what number it is, but the one in Beast Castle.
Yep.
Looks like report 11, but that one I think hints the Bone Fist in STT. Dox has no reason to go to BC, so from his perspective, I wouldn't be too surprised to see an STT push thinking it's a double 5. I gotta go for it.
Right, especially the fact that he has Trinity Limit as well.
The one saving grace is that OC is just no doubt faster to actually clear and guarantee that it's just off the board, and then HB does have a form to go along with it, so that gives you some extra checks per minute if it comes to matter. You know, you say like, oh, he's at 23 out of 25, you don't have to worry about it. Some people in the qualifier might beg to differ about worrying about it.
Yep. Very nice DM skip there from Dox on Luxid. FishonaStick gets the news about the final form. Ooh, unfortunately does not catch Sykes at the final fire.
He will. He's gonna burn.
Yeah, once he lands, yeah. Yes.
If I would be shocked not to see an OC push. Like that just I can't imagine that there's any other push that makes sense to me. Maybe HB, but I think OC is just, you can guarantee that it's going to be done, and you have the tools for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. And we do see FishonaStick going to Mansion in TT3.
I think for him, unfortunately, that this is just kind of a necessity to catch up on stats.
Yep. So Docs potentially might get final 4 off of this fight. Yep, there it is. And it's the identity
That's not
disc.
the 5 you want to see.
Not at all.
Now, I think HB or... I could make a case for Pride Lands.
Right.
Like, there's not many checks left in Pride Lands 2. You have Hyenas 2 and Ground Shaker, and that's it. So I think that's like 3 checks total. So I don't hate doing quickly closing out Scar.
See if he decides to do the fight or if he's going back to finish the skip. Looks like he's going back to finish the skip. See if there's any
man, it would be so cruel if the Weight of the Dawn is just in the last check of core. Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness, unbelievable.
Okay. We can try again with a high drive recovery, hopefully. Nice. Does Fish... Oh, Fish is still looking for emblems, right? I was like, why is he mixing up chests? I didn't realize that he's still at 19. Okay, his strength is a bit better.
If I were him, I'd go back in and stay there a little bit longer.
Why is he bumping on... Wait, did he not do the valves? I don't think he did the valves,
Nope,
did he?
He didn't do the valves.
I was like, why is he bumping up like that?
He doesn't realize he didn't do the valves.
Oh, but don't burn through all of them before you... Oh, he's gonna burn through all of them before he figures it out. Oh, no. Is he... Walk out.
Turn around.
Oh, he didn't even look at the valves. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay, wait. So he's gonna replenish his drive gauge this way. Then when he enters, surely he'll see the... Oh, okay. Never mind. We're just going this way.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, just get a good reset out. Okay, nice thunder.
Nice thunder.
Oh no, with Final 5, is he gonna try again?
I'm glad to know.
Like, surely now I can do it.
Maybe he'll notice the valves when he walks back in this time if he does it.
If he's walking back in.
Mm-hmm. Another thing to note that you can actually see on your tracker whether or not you've done valves. On the GOA.
Yep, GOA does have
to the spokes of the valves.
Let him land, Fish. Let him land. Let him land. He doesn't want to let him land.
I think he's just glad that he's got him stuck and is just gonna come.
No. Oh. You gotta really like find the stable spot where you can just hold forward and just quick run and try not to slide too much.
He's past it now, but he was at the point where if he just didn't do any more damage, he might have been able to get the Keyblades back pretty quickly. But not anymore.
Okay. The Sonic Rave, it's doing okay damage, but I hope that when he watches this back, he'll start attempting some Arcanums with Raucous in particular.
Mm-hmm. Well, Docs is sending STT.
From his side, you can't blame.
Nope. Two 5s. Gotta go. Got Trinity limit.
Alright. I think Fish is going to be through Roxas here in a second. No, recovered! Oh my god! Recovered! Okay.
Okay.
That was... Oh, nicely done. Oh, that was scary.
Here's the bone fist that we knew about.
So I guess if Fish can climb the rest of the world that never was, and then pick the 5 correctly, like I guess you would have to have a 5 in HP, and Dox doesn't figure out what's going wrong, or pushes Timeless River.
Right.
Right. All the other 5s, I think Dox is gonna beat him to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Halloween Town. Maybe Fish does Prison Keeper before Dox does.
Right. Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing about SCT, where if it ends up not paying out, it feels terrible, because you're just like, I just wasted so much time.
That's the one neat thing for Fish, that that one hint in BC. Mm-hmm. I said that I he's not gonna pay out with Way to the Dawn, but I guess it paid out with avoiding a world that might not have it.
Right. Yeah. Or if it is here, it does the opposite, where it kind of leaned you away from the world when you needed to go there. Interesting to see how FishonaStick decides to do the Sigbar. Doesn't have the drive for final form.
Do what we must because we can, for the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep
Doc is now getting into the bulk of checks here in SCT. There's a chance this also flips on his head a little bit, because if Dox finds the Way to the Dawn here, he's still missing 2 emblems. And if there's none left in the rest of the world that never was, then it turns back into an emblem hunt. There's an emblem.
I'm just holding my breath here. Don't mind.
Yeah.
Did he skip a check? Or did I miss it?
I think he got one.
Did he pick up the top one?
I think so.
Okay, I must have missed. I'm holding my breath too hard.
Oh, did he? He did skip it.
Okay, we have disagreement in chat, so okay,
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's not just me. Okay. Okay. There's more confidence that he did than he didn't. Okay, I'm not crazy. Imagine if he didn't skip a chest and it's just this Mandela effect. We all thought that he missed it. Roro, you skipped a chest? I'm sure I did. I'm skipping chest. My heart is skipping beats, trying to hold my breath for where this Way to the Dawn is. Okay, Fish got the movement down for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs one more combo, and then he's going to get through his Zigbar. Do the walking animation. There we go. Nice.
There we go.
All right. There's not much left. Oh man, if Docs gets to the end and then it's still not there, he's gonna have to go back and figure out which chest he missed.
Yeah.
The odds are in his favor.
3 checks left.
Oh no,
Two checks
not
left.
like this. Not like this. Oh man. To be fair, if I like got to the end of STT and I missed a check, I'm immediately going to like that Sunset Terrace area. Like I don't think I'm missing ones in Mansion.
For sure. One check left.
Right. Fish also needs to replenish. Well, I guess his strength is better, so I guess it's not imperative that he uses magic.
Right. Not
wow. Luck box.
Yeah. Does have spooky access. It's a lot though. If it was an emblem.
Yeah, I don't hate this. It's another 5 that you're guaranteed to get if you finish the world.
Yep. I like quickly doing this and then quickly doing Pride Lands. And then you probably commit to HP 2. There it is. Called it earlier. Just right on PK.
I think it's comfortable to say now that it looks like this is Unversed Docs. It's Unversed Docs seeds to lose now.
Yep. Yeah, now he's gotta
have the stats.
Gotta hope there's one more emblem in the rest of the world than there ever was.
That or just quickly level a form. Like he's got CPM options for days now. He never finished TT3. Yep. He's all OD1. 100 Acre if you're really desperate. Hell, you could probably level in the world that never was.
Fish doing a good job getting through Luxord. Bit of a scrappy fight, but he didn't die. That's all that matters.
There's gonna be a lucky emblem in the next chest. Just watch.
There it is.
How did I know?
You're on.
I'm so good at this. I'm a little nasty with it.
Every time you've said it, I've been like, yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be an emblem. Like, yep. And then there it is. Like I haven't not believed you a single time.
Gambler's intuition. Like I want you in my ear the full time during my next game. No limit form, very annoying. I know I like limit form as my personal crutch, but I feel like in these settings in particular, in solo arenas, there's just really nothing better than a limit form to just shred through HP.
Oh yeah, for sure. Doc's trying to go for the building skip. Just takes it.
A little finicky if you're not used to it.
I personally
like to use Trinity Limit in that situation. Like get the like block the first one, then position yourself, and then use Trinity Limit.
Yep. I personally have never done that. Not a single time. The only times I've ever skipped the second building is with limit form or just well-timed damage. Ain't another lucky emblem around them one.
See, Elu's got the intuition too. Kind of a disgusting place for Hori Slash. I guess like you get to use it for final fights. Yippee skippy, like. Yay! I want event 1, but it's Price is Right rules. If you go over, you can't win.
You're just.
I don't care if Zem has a lucky emblem. You
just make sure you get to level 50 before you go into final fight, so you don't get in one on levels. You had no EXP for final fights. Yep, that's another way to get around it. Yep. Fish here going through looking for the 5 in Agrabah. Couldn't find that torn page here at the bottom.
Wow, frame 1 RC. We were stuck at 10 seconds there.
I love getting that. So satisfying. Fish likes to do treasure room, peeking in possibly some emblems.
Yeah, I can respect that this is decent CPM, but I think for Fish now at this point, you kind of need to abandon CPM and really prioritize your 5s, because you can potentially get emblems along the way. I did coach him to say, like, hey, CPM should always be in the back of your mind. Yeah. But, you know, this is like kind of an exception because you kind of have a ridiculous, well, I say ridiculously late way to the dawn, but it's only because of the route the runners took. It itself was not late.
Yes.
But like both of these runners, I probably too would have found the way to the dawn very late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PK would not. Oh, 2 lucky emblems in there. Okay.
There's the other experience boost.
Yep.
Valor 2. Disgusting. I guess they couldn't have it like really that early, right? Because if you don't auto Valor, you have to go to TT3 to get it, which involves leveling to level 15 and doing a decent chunk of OC.
Right. Let's see what Fish decides to do here.
Oh, I saw. No! I saw him look at Halloween Town.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be just a little bit too late.
I think the CPM just is plaguing him a little too much right now, because I think I can see in his head right now he's like, oh, Halloween Town is a 5, but STT has more checks, extra important checks, and can also be a 5.
Right.
But right now you still got content in the world that never was, and we have the advantage of knowing there's 2 more there. Like, he doesn't need to go search for any more lucky emblems. He's gonna, by law, he's legally required to obtain 2 more lucky emblems.
Yep. Doc's getting into finals M now.
What is this salmon fillet on my? What is this color? It's like a zebra salmon fillet hybrid. That's getting laser cooked.
Yep. Docs did manage to get to the ceiling from the final fight. It's mob fights, so should be pretty standard finals M here.
Nice assist from Riku. All right, this should be it, I think. If he goes into Trinity, yeah, there we go.
Yep,
Nice.
there it is. Well done. GG's Unverse Docs. Moving on to the top 8 in Event 1 of Beginner Bootcamp 2. Going to be taking on Revelux out there in top 8. GG's as well to FishonaStick. Put in a valiant effort. Just a lot of 5 hunting, and we know how that goes. Yeah, we see our bracket.
FishonaStick definitely still in the learning phase of the world that never was. So, and he's making progress. So you can best believe he'll be back for Event 2, better than where he was in Event 1.
So that is now 4 of our top 16 matches done. We got coming up shortly after this, Tibbs versus Spud. So I think unless you got anything else to say, we can get ready for that.
Donate. Don't forget to.
Correct.
Don't forget why we're here.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us, and stick around for the next race. Been a pleasure. See y'all later.
Welcome, 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 everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
Thank y'all for coming out tonight or this evening, mid-morning, midday, whatever time it is. Today, we are back again for another exciting top 16 matchup. In Event 1, Lucky Emblem Hunt, Beginner Bootcamp 2. I am Tippy Turner. Today, I am joined by the biggest loser, Flo. How you doing today, Flo?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pumped to see more races.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming in and joining with me today in the booth. Thank you for having me here with you today in the booth. So, today, we are here for an exciting matchup between Tibbs and Spud. Flo, what do you think about today's matchup today?
It definitely will be pretty interesting. I mean, Tibbs is a known Bootcamp 1 player, and Spud is also known for joining Fresh Faces 3, so it is a clash between the beginner tournaments, basically. And whoever wins today will be facing ... as their next opponent.
Dot has shown himself to be a tough opponent throughout this early part of the tournament. We'll see what happens today between Tibbs and Spud. I am excited for this matchup today. Yeah. I think we're getting ready to start our races off. As we get ready to start off, let's look at some of these numbers. See what some of these point values are.
We got a blue levels and a blue SP from the start.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting. We have a huge number on Twilight Town with a 19, Hollow Bastion with a 25, Disney's Castle with a 20,
and Pride Lands with a 21. I think I know what the emblems are. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
You think the last 20 level? You think the last 20 levels have like 4 emblems?
Probably. Or the last 4 Chestnut SP got all 4 emblems.
Let's not hope that. But anyways, our runners are getting sent off. Good luck to both of them.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. Starting out, let's see which direction these racers decide to go at their shotgun routes. I do think it is kind of nice to see some of these different shotgun routes. Everybody doesn't have the same method when it comes to what shotguns and what things they do first and what order they do things. So I think it's always interesting to see that stuff at the start.
Yeah, definitely. And since the question came up quickly, I think the reason Spud marked multiple worlds is because those worlds cannot have a unlock, and with that cannot have the way to the dawn that we need to, at the end of the seed, after we got 25 emblems, climb the tower and the world that was, and beat the game.
Yep. As we start off, we see our racers taking a new meta-ish shotgun that's been starting to come around, is jumping backwards going into 100 Acre. And 100 Acre kind of paying off with 2 early lucky emblems. Makes my soul cry, but it's pretty good for our racers. Spud going into Pride Lands while Tibbs is going to do his Death Abuse in BC.
We also just saw that Spud got another emblem out of the first 3 chests in Pride Lands. So this will be definitely interesting. Already 3 emblems pretty early. Obviously, that doesn't have to mean anything, but this could be panning out pretty interesting.
Yep, got Spud taking care of the mini ground shakers pretty easily in that opening encounter. Tibbs making it through that Death Abuse pretty easy.
Alright, Tippy, I have one question for you.
What's up?
Are you a left to right for BC Cordial, or are you a right to left?
I'm a left to right kind of guy. Left to right.
Okay, same. I know some people go the other way around.
Well, since you go that way, now I'm going the other way.
I mean, you can do that. We just saw in the first room after the force fight in Brightlands, there were 2 more emblems, which is wild considering Brightlands is at 21 and it already has 3 emblems.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of scared because I feel like the seed could still turn around and be like, hey, the last 5 emblems are like super late or like in super cheeky spots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a page and a second chance because there's multiple. Yes, we got second chance in the shotgun of BC.
Then we're looking at another lucky emblem in Pride Lands. We got the Royal Summons and the Thunder. That's crazy. Just another lucky. Oh my god. Oh
Wow.
God. 7 emblem between 100A and just the first start of Pride Lands is crazy.
Okay, we know that 1 aerial dodge is in BC and 1 is in Pride Lands. That's kind of neat. Depending what the shotgun route is for Spud, he may be getting that other aerial dodge. But there are some people that actually skip Beast Castle until they get a form or Trinity limit.
Yeah, try to speed up that force encounter on beginner.
Not only speed up, but like with Valor form and Wisdom form, you can easily gain a lot of levels for that form.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, there was another lucky emblem in Oasis.
Pride Lands is stacked.
Yeah, Brightlands is very wild here. So we got the Royal Summons in Brightlands, a Thunder, Skirling Crossbones, which unlocks Port Royal, and another Torn Page. I'm very interested to see if one of these runners may consider pushing 100 Acre just for the emblems. Because it can be a viable play, like there's a lot of checks, especially with Spooky Cave. But it also, it obviously depends on the seed. But also with the Disney's Castle unlock, there might be, maybe be the, how do you call it? The incentive basically to just mouse push and go into Timeless River for the extra checks. Definitely will be interesting to see what both of them will do once they get there.
They have an early XP boost? Was that what Tibbs was setting up? I didn't see the Keyblades.
Could be.
Look like Tibbs.
Spud actually skipped Agrabah after the Death Abuse and Beast Castle after the Death Abuse. Just getting those out of the way and then coming back later and then getting the checks. Which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
Getting them out of the way now makes sure that if you should not find anything to speed up that fight, that you don't like need to take longer there. So it is a fair play.
Yeah, because this is beginner, you can somewhat lose time on death abuses if you do them a little too late. Spud choosing to do them all while he still got 2 defense, which is pretty nice on beginner.
I just saw the report in Agrabah gave us the hint that Halloween Town has the ice cream, which Spud did find.
Just picked it up.
And the one that was is another page. So we already know the location of 3 pages. Well, okay, we don't know exactly where the one was pages, but like, if one of them wants to consider 100 Acre, I would like it. No, I'm not saying this because I want to see you suffer, Tippy. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a 100 Acre enjoyer in these settings.
Of course, I believe that 100%. We got Tibbs here finishing up the mouse push.
Look, it's not my issue that Tigger has been nice to me, but not to you.
Tigger's not nice to anyone. He's just a mean guy. We got Thundara in Halloween Town. We got Tibbs going through Pride Lands, gonna pick up all of these early lucky emblems in Pride Lands that we already know about from Spud's side. Spud making nice work of the Jack in the Boxes in the Halloween Town force fight, Candy Cane Lane fight.
And already has 9 emblems. This is going quick.
That was an emblem on level
10.
2. Oh my god. The emblems are just rolling in early.
Shout
Their
out to
second
people-
chance once more.
Shout out to people that have their birth date on the 25th of June and 25th of October.
Spud here taking the time to get a little bit of XP on these Jack in the Boxes as he's leaving Halloween Town, looks like. You never know what the decision somebody might make here in this room. You could decide to keep pushing forward the PK. Maybe make a big brain play, snag an earlier emblem.
And
Stats aren't net.
You have to go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say stats aren't necessarily the best for that fight, but
Yeah. I just wanted to say, like, you could do that, but at the same time, I can also get behind the thought of, like, if I do that now, that might be wasted time. Like, and if there's no emblem there, it definitely is wasted time. So it's like, I get the point of just leaving there and then coming back later if like 1 or 2 emblems are missing.
Definitely. Even though I am a Halloween Town enjoyer, I might hold off on that push most days.
Betraying
these
his own
last two.
world. You heard it here for the first time live.
Look, in these settings, you definitely don't want to push it too early. Not many checks after the shotgun.
So Tibbs did catch up with the lucky emblem count. We'll get 1 more here that we know of. There was 1 extra in HE if I remember correctly, so whenever Spud decides to do the HE shotgun, he will catch up on those emblems.
Oh, it was explosion there.
Oh yeah, there was explosion there. Yeah, true, I saw it, but I forgot to mention it. Yeah, explosion and Oasis. That's also really neat.
Screen's just looking real nice right about now. Get a negative combo master, Stitch, few finishing pluses.
So what's good about those big numbers, especially like something like TT with a lot of early checks, is not only are 5s world unlocks, but they are also triforms. So getting a early triform in a shotgun is super helpful. And especially like if it's a TT, you would pray that a final form would be before the station fight. Knowing TT though, it will most likely not be the case. Worst case scenario, you do the station fight and then run into final form and light and darkness back to back on station.
It's the most original scripted in the game. I love it.
It definitely never gets old. Oh, we have a master form in HB and I thought it was wisdom form, but no,
and Trinity Limit.
And Trinity Limit. Oh, that is juicy.
Okay.
You can skip. Well, you can like one shot the threshold of fight in Beast Castle with Trinity Limit if you do it correctly, and a lucky emblem there as well. But you can also skip force fights like the BCA first encounter. Oh, and a Glide.
A Glide.
And you can also skip the force fight in TT Station. So if you wanna get past the station, you can just do Trinity Limit and rack up a lot of hits and be out there in just 10 seconds.
In and out. We did pick up a Reflecting OC.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice tool to have. Early access to HB2 here for Tibbs. See if he opts to go back in the HB and do kind of an extended shotgun. Get more early nice checks in the first part of the corridors before the actual corridors fight. And then we got Spud here taking step in the SP. Even though SP is blue, can't have any important checks. That doesn't mean that there aren't emblems there. Same thing for drives and even the back end of Halloween Town. As you can see, as he's picking up an emblem right there in the first few chests of SP.
And Bailey also had an emblem.
Bailey
Tibbs is
pan
at
out.
13 right now. We are already past the halfway point for emblems. We are 11 minutes in loadless. That is... I'm scared of the seed.
Yeah. See, it's like
this could pan out to a situation where you get all the emblems pretty fast, but have to hunt down the way to the dawn in the most craziest chain logic ever. Now, obviously we don't want that to happen. At the same time though, it would be good content.
it would be good content. That 5 on drives just doesn't sit well with me.
5s on drives never sit well with me.
Hmm. But there is still hope,
Beat a few days ago.
bruh. Bruh, the worst chain logic ever just to get drives to get the way to the dawn. Was it Valor, what, 5 or 6 or something like that?
Yeah, and Vela was pretty late.
Hmm.
So we got a magnet in HB2. Pretty nice, pretty nice.
Can do
With-
magnetic explosion.
Yeah, with explosion you can easily speed up a lot of forced fights, but you also have a pretty decent combination for a toolkit that you can use to level on screens. Even if you don't have XP boost, you can easily hit level, I would say 33 with that. So it definitely is a nice tool to have, both of these.
Flash step in the courtyard of BC. Got a gap closer to go with that explosion. That's also pretty nice. This early kid is like insane. I be foaming out at the mouth for screens
Hori?
right now.
Hori was Hori on? I sadly looked over and like it switched between screens. Was it on Disney's Castle? Cardiac. Yeah, that is crazy. Hori slash is a nice find. Does a lot of damage. Gets counted as a finisher, so you can kill bosses with it. And if you have the strength set, you can just melt like air bosses like Sigbar and Xaldon with it. It definitely is a nice tool, especially since we have to guarantee fight Sigbar. Combine it with Berserk Charge and you can do a chain of Hori slashes to Sigbar. If you time it correctly, you can even like one cycle him with that. It is pretty tough, but if you get it down, it is a nice tool and it feels nice.
Hori the world.
All right,
Tibbs.
we have
got-
our core push, our first core push here already. 15 F. Okay. There's already one. Can we get more? Will core actually be the big payout here?
Man, core can be rude sometimes. You do all of this work and sometimes it has none or one emblem.
I would expect, since Tibbs has 83, that he will core skip here. And he also has Master Form, so he can easily just do the second part of the skip. Double Blizzard in HB, wow.
Is
Get
this
the
path?
Master Form, get some levels here. Because the orbs here drop drive orbs. Meanwhile, Spud is about to finish up the mouse push. Yeah, Tibbs is doing the skip. It is pretty hard. It is pretty hard to get down the exact spot, sort of the entrance on mouse push. By the way, it's pretty hard to get the setup down to clip out of bounds if you cannot clash with the wall, because usually you want to ledge grab, drop down, and then string your sword against the wall. And he's deciding to leave. And then you're at the right position to just line up your camera and then clip out of bounds. He could have reverted there. Pretty sure we have already seen a few drive recoveries being picked up. But I also don't mind just leaving for now, saving the drive, and then coming back later.
You are panning out right now with Wisdom Form.
Yep, we have Wisdom Form on Classic Pete. Or like before Classic Pete. Classic Pete himself gives nothing.
mini space program here, using Thunders just to keep them in a little loop, finishing them off nice and quickly while we have Tibbs going through the dancers fight here in HB2. See what this TR has to offer. Man, I want to like TR in these settings, but man, sometimes those 2 minutes to go through mouse push just don't seem worth it for
Yeah, they definitely
these
do.
chests.
It definitely is a big gamble. Oh, there's one emblem?
Well, I guess that's why we lose.
Who is sweet? Who is
We lose.
sweet?
We lose together. I win by myself, but we lose together.
I mean, last seed I checked, I won against you, so...
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
Spud
We
also
have-
playing HP now.
gliding that, yeah.
There was another glide there, wow. Yeah, this is a glide diff by Tibbs here.
Having that 83 and that glide 3, just widening
And-
that gap of movement.
The thing is, there was another glide just before Bailey, so it's 2 glides in HB. And because Spud didn't do HE, Spud cannot enter HB2, so he will probably not pick up the second glide for a bit. Plus, Tibbs has 83, so the initial startup of the glide also is boosted. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but like over the whole run, definitely gives you a few seconds of advantage.
All those frames end up adding up very quickly. Seeing a slight bit of a crossover between our races for the kind of first time. They following behind each other, picking up things we didn't already seen. Spud opting not to go into AG, but to go into the world that never was. We haven't seen what's in these first 4 early checks. Could be some more.
Correct, Evil Summer, including the mouse push, that is 9 checks when you enter TR. The thing with mouse push is though, it takes like nearly 2 minutes. And if you don't have the second unlock, it kinda doesn't feel really worth it, because not only do you have to pray to find the second unlock before hitting 25 emblems or finding the way to the dawn, but also like if he doesn't have anything, like it is a huge time chunk, like chunked off.
Yeah.
But I guess the same applies for any world, because in the end, Randall,
Yep.
they are anywhere. We don't know where they are.
Yeah. Can't be no guarantee to where they are. Tibbs forcing final form of light and darkness in the world that never was. Getting another early drive. I'm not a fan of drive forms overall. I hate form leveling, but in these settings, that's a lot of places for emblems just to be hiding their head. So can get form levels up to 5. So that's 15 checks that Tibbs has available to him right now.
You kind of confused me right now. He said that he force his final form. I was like, huh? He's pushing.
Nah, oh, Spud. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm looking at Spud, thinking about Tibbs. God. Spud forced
Hey
final.
man. One is a potato and one is Tibbs. We gotta get it straight, okay?
That's true. Maybe if we put the potato on screen, it can help me remember.
Yeah, but Spud will be getting the second Hollow Bastion unlock here pretty soon. Now the question is if Spud decides to go back to HB after that.
The stat difference though is. Oh, go ahead.
The stats difference is crazy. Mostly part of this is HB because of the second push.
And
Tibbs
set up EXP boost on that fighting corridors too. Get some nice XP in that HB fight earlier.
Definitely good min-maxing for EXP on Tibbs' side. Or Tibbs
Deciding
deciding
just
to win
going
it.
through. Okay.
It's a fair push. You have a 5 here. Obviously, it could be a Triform. It could also be the way to the dawn.
Doing a good job of living up to that wisdom.
and seeing the lucky emblem count, I would not be surprised if Tibbs finds the way to the dawn that he just decides to immediately go to World Winner Wars. Or well, level first on screens and then go World Winner Wars. But he is missing the reflect to make some fights, or like the limit form to make some fights nicer, like Roxas, or like even a Cix. And he also doesn't have final form yet. And also no fire. Spud has one fire with TT, but he has no fire, so final fire is also not an option at the moment. Wouldn't it be funny if Timeless River just has 5 ones? it can still be a possibility.
It can be a possibility. That's mean, but
hey, sometimes the game can be mean.
A lucky emblem on Wisdom 4.
17 lucky emblems, 22 minutes into the seed. This is a seed.
This is something. And what, we're still missing a few shotguns too as well on Tibbs' side. A few places that he hasn't even stepped into yet.
I think at this point the 5 ones are dead. Sad. Spud decided to go for West Hall first and then Bell's Room, deciding to not do Thresholder. But it's catching up on some of the emblems here.
Yep, 17 to 14, Tibbs' favor. Nothing showing up on that boat fight there.
Now
yeah, Tibbs is...
No, gone.
No, you got it.
What is your thought about leaving Beast Castle at this point with Trinity final form?
I mean, I guess from this perspective, technically, I may do the same thing because there are still some shotguns that I would have not touched just yet. So maybe I still kind of treat it like my early shotgun. But I guess considering the fact that you did the death abuse kind of early, I feel like the second time you go in, you should at least be going to clear the world, especially with these tools that you have. You got Thunder, you got Final Form.
The thing I have on my mind here is like, okay, Pete had nothing, so the next pop-up will give a unlock or a Triform. And it is... it is scimitar. My thing is with BC, so you do Thresholder, get 2 get bonuses. You get 2 chests after Thresholder, you get 3 chests on the mini game, and then another 3 chests up to Beast. So it is a lot of checks that could potentially not only have good magic, but also maybe a hint that hints you way to the dawn or even lucky emblems. And in these settings, we do want to push check density, and Beast Castle definitely is one of the better options, I would say, the first visit.
Yeah, especially in terms of like quick early checks that you can get to.
Yeah, Tibbs. I want to say, I think Tibbs is prepping here to just go on screens now, level, and then just climb, thinking maybe the way to the dawn is on climb.
Yeah, I'd definitely be wanting to get that information as early as possible. Having a Ned combo explosion. I think I seen on the side of Tibbs, you got a finishing plus or 2. So you can do some Thunder explosion, Blizzard explosion, Blizzards. Like you can get a decent amount of XP here. Coming out of screens.
He's staying in Master Form. The enemy's still doing a nice damage though.
Looking at the side of Spud and some wisdom levels off of these shadows right before the TT tower.
So post station there was no emblem so far. I think it's
See if
sending
he-
to. Okay, no, it's doing the climb.
Okay. Yep. Going through the climb. Got Tibbs. Doing a little XP boosting screens, making use of that Master Thunder.
So, judging of the EXP Tibbs gets here, he only has one EXP boost right now. I don't know why he's keeping the Master Form here, because Magnet Explosion definitely would net you a lot faster, like XP a lot faster. Oh, and it's also kind of looking pretty grim right now. Okay, he parried that projectile, got hit by that one. HP is kind of looking.
Ooh.
Do not panic here. Okay, he had an elixir.
Just fine.
He has 1 more minute. He can still get down to XP range and get some more XP boosting done. But I'd also get if he just goes for kills now instead. In the end, all he really needs is to be above 32 magic and strength to do a bit more damage to Roxas. Obviously, if you have more, it would do more damage, but he's already past the spot where he would do level 1 damage.
Mm-hmm. We got Spud picking up that emblem on Wisdom 4 and a magnet at the top of the world at the top of TT Tower. So there is Magnera. Would have been nice on screens. Oh, and it looked like Spud is going into HB. Finishing this off.
Oh yeah, Spud didn't get the chest here, so he was still on Clyde 1.
But now has access to HB2, can go get Magnera.
I think he was waiting. Yeah, he was waiting for the menu here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Lucky emblem on the back side of screens.
Look at Mississippi Scotty. It wasn't even mentioned, and acted like we said something. But yeah,
Well, we got a little bit of time here. As Tibbs is going to the world that never was, and Spud is finishing out Bailey here. Want to say thank you to Zach, who did a donation of $50. No comment, but thank you, Zach, for your donation. Appreciate you so much.
also keep in mind we are collecting donations for the American Heart Association. Talking is hard. And we do have incentives that you can reach by donating. As you can see, you can reach the first one by hitting the goal of $1,000. So not only would you be donating for a good cause, but you would also unlock even more content. Maybe even stuff where some of the DOs get to suffer. Right, Tippy? I heard you love 100 Acre.
Yeah. I love 100 Acre for charity.
Okay, Tibbs, interestingly enough, opted to go for more strength here. Can be fine, but oh yeah, he has guard break. True, I saw him menu guard break. Then it actually might be the good call here.
Yeah, it doesn't have to reflect.
Is opting to seal the key plates, it seems, right? Spud in the meantime is going down corridors for himself now. We'll be finding the Clyde 3, hopefully soon. Oh, that was a pretty early Trinity though.
That aerial spiral's not gonna do him any favors here.
Yeah, no reflect for this fight is tough. No reflect, no limits for him.
Rox is taking those keyblades back. Yeah, if he had to reflect out of OC shotgun, he could set up a Empty hit. Thunder explosion loop.
Spud did catch up on emblems.
Yep. Spud is now taking the lead.
Emblem wise, yes. If he goes into core, we know about one emblem being in the first chest.
Wait, let's stop it. Tibbs was trying to be-hoy Roxas. Kudos.
Oh, that's what we were aiming for.
Love to see that. I see. That's pretty nice. Love to see that. Going into that Trinity.
Yeah, and then just continues to be-hoy him here. Okay. That's pretty nice. Oh, okay, yeah, he doesn't need but he's in Berserk!
He's in Berserk. Probably takes a D. No, not a DM. Gets that elixir off. Okay. Thunder in between. Good save from Tibbs there. Nice job. That's good presence of mind right there. I like that B-Hori on Roxas. You don't see that a lot of days.
And he has an emblem.
Of course. That kid always has something. Let me guess, another reflect just right here. Another glide.
Oh my god, he has max glide. Okay.
The Roxas kid.
Yeah, Tibbs is zooming now. 83 glide 4. It's crazy. So I don't know if Spud knows how to core skip. Doesn't look like it. Leaving here is fair. The sets are like still pretty. Strength is above the floor here. I'm not so sure about magic, but I also get. Oh wait, oh no, I was confused. I thought like, hey, how is the shortcut unlocked? But no, it wasn't the shortcut. But yeah, with the sets being like this, I can get leaving, not doing the fight.
Got Tibbs making his way up the Zigbar. We'll probably see him try to take advantage of that B-Hori again here. Can do some Hori strats in, some Berserk strats in final form. We'll see what he opts to do.
Also is at the ceiling, I think, so we'll be doing max possible damage with those sets. So that B-Hori will be chunking a lot of damage down. HP, not damage. If it will be chunking down damage, it will be pretty bad. Spud is preparing to EXP boost. So if Spud since Spud is not in a triform, if Spud just uses the magnet explosion mechanic, Spud might be getting a lot more sets out of this and maybe even more emblems. So we don't know what is past 32. Okay, it's going for the final form strategy here with room change. I mean, that's totally fair. You can still revert later on and then just finish with Hori.
Throw these magnets, get rid of a bit of MP pretty quickly. Magnet just eats it.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, if you have final form and magnet or even fire to add more damage, you can just like loop him after a room transitioned. Yeah, that was B-Hori at the end. You can loop him during the room transition phase here, and he won't DM you until he gets out of the room. And he gets out of the room either if you take too long, or if you hit him with a finisher. The limits do count as finishers, like Dark Flare. If you do the Mega Flare rocket thing, it does count as a finisher. So if you try this, you have to pay attention to that. Tibbs is going for XP boost range, I think. Sadly killed that assassin. Okay, and now it's just going for the kills.
Picking up that torn page right after Zigbar. Still that 11 is on the board. Getting down in the EXP boost range. Get a nice chunk of EXP here for this Berserker as he's going Berserk.
that HP is scary.
Man, that second chance. We got Spud over here getting some levels, finally catching up to Tibbs in terms of level.
And now it's on us at a spot where he might as well just push the world and never was. And there was an emblem on level 34.
34 lucky emblem.
Just one level away for Spud. But Spud has Reflect, has Explosion, might be able to get a faster Roxas here.
Yeah, really showing the power of doing your shotguns. I'm a big advocate of hitting all shotguns. Yeah, because you never know what tools are just in those first early checks that can help make things in your seed later in your seed a little easier to manage. But Tibbs doing a pretty good job here, going through the world that never was with no reflect. That is pretty impressive to see.
And they're both on the same emblem count now. We know that Spud will most likely hit 34 in like going up the tower. And we also know that there's one emblem on Roxas, so Spud will be at 24 soonish. Now, the real question is, Tippy, where's the way to the dawn?
If experience has showed me anything, the way to the dawn is on drives, and this is just a mean seed. You're gonna finish with 30 emblems, and you're gonna cry.
You think it's baiting, like it's a like it being like a nice friend, but then turning out to be your biggest enemy?
Mm-hmm. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Got Spud taking on Ruckus. Yeah.
Ruckus?
Ruckus.
If anything, he's Rucksack.
Ruckus. Getting them guards in on Roxas. No MP for a reflect there. Catching a DM while Tibbs is in the DM of Lux. Should be finishing this out pretty quickly. Ooh,
try to go fast here and sadly hit the Exter. Oh my god, he did it a third time? Wow, okay. That's a third Roxas DM.
Should be able to kill after this.
Ooh.
I didn't mean Roxas kill him.
You had to say it. You had to jinx it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wasn't my intentions. Yeah, Tibbs is starting out on Psyx. Still doesn't have a fire, still doesn't have a reflect, so it'll be very interesting to see how he handles this fight.
I also just realized both of them still didn't do Port Royal, and Port Royal has a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my god, LOD has a 5 as well.
Yeah, it's
and throne moves available. I don't want to speak it upon us, but like this is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm. You can smell the drive hunt just coming. But that all could be bait. Could just have the way to the dawn here on Psyx. So we wait and pray.
Also, another observation here is Tibbs did not shotgun Port Royal, Twilight Town, LOD, or OC.
Mm-hmm.
Or Halloween Town even.
A lot of places not shotgun. But it's insane to see how many emblems you still got.
Tibbs would also be able to unlock TT3 through that. And TT still has a 16 after Tower Climb. Oh, Spud is getting close to... I'm not jinxing it, but this should... Yeah, kill. There we go.
Oof, good job.
Once he starts Beyblading, it is kind of scary. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
It is even more. It's not as scary as on crit or on a data fight, because if it's on data, it's like, yeah, you're just dead. But like, it is always scary because, like, you never know when he does it. And there's the Clyde free for Spud. So Tibbs is getting is going for the ice cream probably now, and then just full sense TT. Which probably is the right call in the end, because we do not know where the way to dawn still is. Also worth noting, both of them in total only found 2 reports. So I really didn't mention this yet, but reports, like you can see with Halloween Town for Tibbs and the one was for Spud, they reveal 1 item in a world, and you usually find a lot of them, like in shotguns and such. The fact that Spud did a lot of shotguns and only has 2, that is wild. And Tibbs is about to approach the same report that Spud already has. Alright, Spud is at 24 emblems, so we'll have 25 soon. But then it's the chase for the way to the dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tibbs isn't far away as well, because there was 1 emblem on Candy Cane Lane.
I think so.
The question is, does Tibbs do it? He does not.
Of course he doesn't.
So
that 17 in Hollow Bastion is still looking pretty interesting as well too. It could be somewhere deep in core. Could be on Peace Check. Caught up on those lasers a little bit.
Tibbs will be zooming for his TT now with Clyde 4.
Mm-hmm. See if he opts to actually do station fight, or if he does Trinity to skip through it quickly.
I think he was going for action loop here, like on Spud's side, but like he went for it too early. I think he overshot the HP gate for Sigbar to do the room transition, because Sigbar only does the room transition if he's above like how much HP bars does he have?
It's about 2, well I guess 4 left, yeah.
Yeah, that's 6 in total. So if you remove 2 HP bars from him, he won't, like 2 HP bars and a bit extra, he won't do the room transition anymore. So you cannot do the you can do the final strat, but it's more likely that he just breaks out and DMs you then. So it's not nice to overshot it here. And now the thing is, like, he has to get a good opening, or else he's stuck in DM hell.
Showing up there on final 5 there.
What if it's on a 5-7?
It could be. It just depends on what's the logic and how you're supposed to get it. I mean, TT and HV having 17s is 16, 17s is, yeah, it's a bit telling, I feel.
DM free. What's good is that since Spud might be getting his 25th emblem soon, he doesn't have to go to like other worlds that have low numbers and can immediately go for 5s.
Mm-hmm.
So that at least removes a lot of worlds he needs to go to. But It's all about picking the right fives or picking the right chain, depending where it is. That's the 4th DM, I think.
Yeah, Zigbar being very mean right now. Is in that last health bar. Is in final form. Hopefully, it gets a stun after this. He can wrap up this fight.
Hopefully, he gets the walk on him.
Yep, did get the walk. Yep. And that should be it. Nice.
So Zigbar has like many different things he can do after the ADM. He can immediately start shooting. He can spawn in for a moment, then spawns away and starts shooting, or he just walks. And if he walks, you can just kill him.
Yeah, based off of that screens Tibbs had, I think he's gonna be yelling when he gets up here to the top of the tower and finds this magnet.
Alright, so Spud now has 25 emblems, so it's on the hunt for the 5s at this point.
Ba, 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 ba.
Obviously still finishes this out because might think that there's that the unlock might be just here.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the 3rd ice cream then though, so might as well be just pushing TT3.
Yep, I already finished TT1, so
will not be far behind Tibbs then.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it's in TT, if you're rooting for Spud here, then you would want that there's no lucky emblem anywhere in TT2 or TT3. Because
Man,
if the unlock is there and there's a lucky emblem as well, then Tibbs does have the advantage for now.
Tibbs also sent a little nice on that lowless advantage as well. Sent at about 30-ish seconds of the time advantage. So this is a very tight match. These next few decisions could really make the difference on what actually happens here and how this thing finishes out. Picking up a limit form right before the limit form check. Nice. See what's here.
It is another form though to get rid of a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. All right, TT3 time.
Let's see what we got. At least your heart can only get broken once with a torn page. Slide dash.
Okay.
The caps are officially closed.
Left out one chest to like pick it up once he gets back.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a combo boost there, which will do a big boost for the explosion. Also, hi Geek. Thanks for the raid.
Yo. Geek with the raid.
No emblem so far. And no 5 so far. But there's at least a 1 here and a 5. That's in 2 5s, that's what we know. Now, since they both forced final, okay, there's a town page.
There's
the last town page.
Now you cry.
Since he forced final, the final form could still be here. And then probably a magic that is here, or once more. Or I guess there's still the summons. And the money pouches. Wow, we are missing a lot still. Goes into final form, gets Spud finished up Sykes there. Nicely done. Was pretty quick considering we just saw him on Lux Up still.
Mm-hmm.
And Tibbs is leveling up final form on the mansion fight while also getting some levels through that.
I think the next level check is 37, is it? Or 38? No, it's 39 from here, actually.
Okay, Spud is following Tibbs into TT.
Man, this is gonna be a tight finish if the weight of the Don is just here. Got Pan.
What's wild to me is we got so many chests now and there's no emblem.
Yeah. Tibbs going back in to do some master form grinding. Probably praying to get this last lucky emblem here. Nothing on 5. She was on 6. Not having a reflect here is tough, man. Like, I think this is just a reminder. Just please do your shotguns.
Yo, cure Pog.
Now you cry even more.
You only cry if you go from no cure to cure Raga in the next few minutes. And there's the 75th lucky emblem.
There's this lucky emblem. There's final form. Man.
So it is pick your poison.
If you're rooting for Tibbs, that is a very exciting thing to see. Because this means that.
That means what?
What did you say hey Tippy for? What do you want?
He doesn't even want to finish his sentence. That's right. He wants to know what I wanted to say.
What is it?
I only wanted to ask. Where do you think the way to the dawn would be right now, except drives?
Except drives? Man, could just be in throne. Funny haha is just on Scar, right?
Oh, that could be really funny, yeah.
Funny haha is on Scar.
I'm actually also saying it's in throne room. I don't wanna hold it that it's there, but that 5 on LOD, kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm more suspected at drives at this point, and yeah, the game kind of giving you drives a little easily. But the sad thing is, you could level 6 every drive right now, and then just end up getting Valor form. Because we don't have that hinted. Neither race has picked it up yet. Oh, never mind. There's your Valor form. So yeah, this is man. This is mean.
As they unlock.
This is mean.
Oh boy.
This is mean.
That also means LOD as an unlock.
Pride Lands, LOD, and Port Royal is still a 6-2.
So Pride Lands is not the worst, I think. The worst here is literally, and drives as well, since we know where all drives are now. I think the worst here really is either Port Royal or LOD having them at the very end.
Yeah, having to sit through a minute fighting both worlds can be very costly. If it is in either one and you choose wrong the first time. I feel like in a lot.
We gotta stop doing that.
We just feel the break and we both just jumping on the dead air.
But the other question I'm actually interested now is, since we only hunt, who will be finishing with the most emblems? Oh, unfortunate death there. Oh, you know what could be crazy now? If it's not in core, but past Demix. If it's not in core but past Demix, or like in this in-between area here, this could actually still be in favor of Spud then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Clyde, so Spud also is at Clyde 4 now. Is opting to go back, so it's probably also going for core.
Tibbs opting to do the fight here. I'm not upset with this, because you don't know what's on the last chest of core. I think in settings with no chest visuals, I think this is a good play. You can take the gamble or you can go for the certainty.
Yeah, Tibbs did do dances. I kind of forgot about that part. I forgot where the glide was. I thought it was in core. But yeah, so it could have been past MX. But since Spud decided to go into core as well now, so yeah, we will find out in a moment anyway if it is like whatever is there, if it is in core or not. Oh yeah, but 2 unlocks here. This is crazy, but it's also getting ugly.
Clips back in bounds on Spud side slightly. Oh. And the last chest, we can't get to it, have the movement, great movement to get there, and it's a belt.
Yo, belt, Pog. Alright, Spud is out of bounds. Oh no, was doing aerial dodge instead of a quick run aerial dodge.
Yeah.
You can make this step if you quick run and then aerial dodge. You can also, if you're missing it, like quickly go into a try form, like master form for example, and just make it. Oh, gets the first red clip out there now though. Okay,
Quick
now
runs this time.
Oh, could have done a thunder there to save himself. Goes back in. This is costing a lot of time now.
Yeah, that quick run too, not doing him any favors. Does have master form. He could just master form and fire across. But we got Tibbs here fighting Demix. Dance, water, dance. Popping in the final form, doing some final fires here. Clearing out those last few water clones into the fire loop. Has more than enough final form. More than enough MP. Nicely done by Tibbs.
And still no reflect for Tibbs, by the way.
No reflect. This is impressive.
If this continues on, Tibbs might actually just enter final fights without a reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nice job.
Nice job by going into master there.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Good job. Yeah.
Alright, Tibbs is going through the Final Fantasy fights. Will hit Wisdom 7 in a bit. Might be prompting to go out of Wisdom to go into Limit form to get a few levels there in a bit. But also has no items. Okay, he has 2 Mega Ethers, but like...
Yeah, looking low, no money pouch found this seed. Item management is very big.
Oh no. Oh no.
Pop it.
The spot. The valves. Okay, he noticed it. Shout out to dog.
To be fair, these races can be a little bit stressful. It is easy to kind of forget to do some of these small little things that you're just so used to doing.
No, you did core skip.
Docs. Thank you, Docs. We appreciate you so much.
All right,
finishing up Fantasy Fan. Oh.
By the way, double Q on Thrives, Pog.
Even more sadness and a curing age. Well,
that's what I said. In a few minutes, from no cure to all cure.
Man, picking up that Beast Claw there right before 1K. Does have McNair decent amount of stats. Can kind of do this,
but has to find the right spot for it.
Mm-hmm. Pop in limit form, refresh a little bit of MP, pop another magnet, build up drive gauge.
Yes, with glide 4 and high jump 4, you can save the drive gauge and just do it without a drive. However, it's also like if you're used to doing it with drives, then you just forget it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mix that Tibbs is doing here, going from doing the magnets into limit form, doing a limit, getting the limit EXP, going back into the revert, because in this fight, since you have a lot of enemies, you fill up drive immediately and just fill up. Oh my god, it's on 1k.
On 1k.
So not doing core actually was the call here.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that is a hard gamble to take in these settings. I feel like.
So theoretically, Tibbs has no reflect. Do you think if Spud catches up now and just like melts the enemy, like the bosses with the reflect, he might have a chance to catch up?
I don't disagree. Tibbs does have a loadless advantage, but he picks up a reflect on the way up. He is going crazy right now. I know it. I know he's going crazy. He is not punished for not doing all of his shotguns. I hate that. That is the message that is being put across right now. No, you should do your shotguns 100% because you could have had reflect all C and he gets paid out. That is insane. Insane. Crazy.
That right here is a broken man that tries his best but always gets the short end of the stick.
Oh my god. I could never do something like that. Wow. Amazing. Tibbs though, going into Zen 1 after the first build in RC. Yeah, before Tibbs found that reflect, it was in a situation where, yeah, Spud still had a chance. Especially considering that if Tibbs gets domed or catches a kind of late death due to having no reflect in those final fights, it could have been pretty tough, but I think he's kind of chilling right about now. Catching Xemnas, not allowing that second build in RC, making quick work of him. Got Spud kind of following in Tibbs' path. Checking that limit for him, seeing if you can snag it here in this Final Fantasy fight while we have Tibbs walking into the door, prepping up. Checking his items. Oof, items are looking kind of sketch.
And decides to go in with no items. That is, well,
I mean, it's kind of manageable. Yeah.
He could opt to do dome skip with limit form. Yes, it is possible. It can be a bit tricky because you have to manage Xemnas' HP. Because if you overshoot it, he automatically goes into laser phase. So you kind of want to manage that. And now also, if you accidentally drop it near the end, you just get domed.
Yeah, I mean, I think items will be fine. He does have chicken, so he can kind of save on items through engine core. Probably won't need to use a single item in AX1, so he should be pretty fine here. I think going into the end. I mean, having only 4 mega ethers is kind of bad, but I think he should be okay with the tools that he does have. Use chicken going into this engine core. Chicken will pull him in. Do a combo into explosion. Could even opt to drop out of chicken and just go into final form. Just blitz through.
Chicken will run out now on core, so maybe he goes into final after that.
have got a thunder down. Maybe tried to save chicken a bit. Yeah.
Doesn't need to go final now. Having the guard break on there kind of was not helping out. Could go into final here now, but is opting not to. I mean, saving the final for AX one might be the good call. Okay, he goes into final here now.
Still should have a decent amount of final going into it. It's a little assassin wasting time as they always do.
Yeah, Clyde's into the core to deal a lot of damage. So that's 4 drives, so Xenos will melt here. He goes up to him, does fire, reflect, fire, and it's over.
And
that was the X1.
Got Spud picking up their way to the dawn off of 1K over there. Be right behind Tibbs, slightly going into the door.
Still has to do Xem 1 though. Probably skipping the chest also. So skipping the Reflera, which is kinda helpful for the laser phase on Xem 1 if you are not comfortable enough to do it with Baby Reflect. Come on. Open the right one. He's actually open mode. Okay, he gets the Reflera. I didn't see it. Did Tibbs open all of them, or did he just particularly open that one with the reflect?
Nah, he got the emblem and the reflect. I don't think he opened the last one. I couldn't remember. I think he got the reflect and just shot in through.
Oh, also going in with bare minimum items. It is always worth to like on like one of your last menus to check before you open or before you enter the whatever it was, to check if you have some money, because those extra ethers can help out a lot. If you're like using them a lot.
Even checking that synth shop and getting that free elixir is good too.
Okay, you got the Magnaburst as well.
Got Tibbs finishing up the X1.
I was too focused on Tibby getting the crash out. Alright, Xem 1. Xem 1? Final Xemnas.
Oh, zebra.
I'm sorry, this is not Donkey Kong.
It's the zebra, man. Everything's Donkey Kong.
Hey.
Getting through that dance, catching a cutscene here.
Hey man, if you want to, you just have to ask me. I can provide you the zebra theme for this boss fight. Yeah, it's opting for it's actually opting for the limit form here, but did okay, now got him, but has no
MP. But this is fine. This is fine. The slide dash.
Put him too much away.
The slide dash would have been so good.
Oh, where did all these items come from? Didn't he have no items when he entered? Oh, and can still refill his items.
Still getting that stagger, should get the kill here.
Okay, get the kill here, and that's GG's for Tibbs.
GG's finishing with a 107.55 loadless.
Yeah, and Spud's loadless already passed that, so Tibbs did win this round.
Good job, Tibbs. GG's. GG's to both races, man. I think this was an exciting race. Spud is gonna lose, unfortunately, by final fights, but man, had that emblem count kind of early. I think what it really came down to is Tibbs finding that early movement and being able to get those few early places a little bit quicker.
Tibbs had Clyde free like 15 minutes into the seed, and then had Clyde 4 while Spud was still on Clyde 2. So there was like a huge time saved from movement alone. Plus there was also the late death on Roxas and the Sigbar hell that happened.
Yeah. Sigbar was a jerk.
So a lot of unfortunate things, sadly, on Spud's end.
Still played well. I think he still handled the seed.
Yeah, I
exceptionally.
mean, he's still not far behind from Tibbs, realistically.
Mm-mm.
So overall, still pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Got Spud here using chicken.
Could also use McNara, but with the item shortage, makes sense to just not go for it.
Spud will be able to keep chicken up here. Going into this first wave, pull in. Chicken! Chicken!
Yeah, keeps up the chicken. Definitely a good call here because chicken has a magnet that is actually better than your McNara in some instances because it has a higher pull radius. Like if you would have used McNara there, that would have not pulled that assassin to chicken.
Mm-hmm. Getting through Agent Core, look like he's swapping over to Final Form. Go see some Final Fire strats here.
All right,
Just
it's entering
explodes.
AX2 here. That is true, Tibbs. You were almost punished for it, but that one chest before exam 1, of course, was rewarding.
Mm-hmm. You definitely got paid out for that. And you know better. For your shotguns. Lands on the building. Style. I could never.
I always love it when you don't land on the building after it spawned, but you land on it while it spawns. Like it spawns basically, like it spawns in you and you just clip on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Angle a little off here, coming off of the buildings.
Yeah, was a little off. Got hit by the lasers through that. Did not catch that building. Also, just a reminder, this is beginner, but look at his HP. That building dropped a lot of HP. Now he got hit by lasers as well before that, but that building did a lot. Don't get hit by buildings, it hurts.
Buildings are dangerous on crit for sure.
Oh yeah, on crit,
Finishing up.
if you don't have second chance, you just one shot if a building hits you.
Ping. Finishing up AX2 here nicely. Going in the final zim.
Doing the dance pretty nicely, just as I said that he got hit. Oh,
Good reflect. And you can't see the laser, so you're not prepared for it. Unfortunate there. Gets a redo. It's fine. Get the reflex. It's taking a lot of damage here.
yeah, even on beginner, these bosses deal a lot of damage.
In the laser phase. Oh. Gotta take a cycle here. reflect.
And there's the don't skip. GG's to Spud.
GG's to Spud. Finishing with a 114.44. GG's.
And with that, Tibbs advances to the next round facing Dot Dot, who are both playing for moving forward into the top 4.
Man, still waiting on C3 and Zyron to play to see who faces out against Paji. We still have Timbo versus Dexys and Plixes versus Froppy coming up. Still got some exciting top 16 round 1 matches left to go, filling out this top 8.
Yep. And I know that Siren versus 3PO happens in like 17 hours, so be sure to catch that one. And with that, Tippy, I give you the honor.
The honor of what?
Of saying goodbye.
Look, man, thank y'all all for coming out. Really appreciate everybody for coming out. Flo, thank you for joining me in the booth.
Thank you for having me here.
Appreciate you, man. Thank everybody for coming out. This has been Beginner Bootcamp 2, round 1, top 16. Thank you for all the donations. If you can, please donate. We are donating and raising money for the American Heart Association. Very good cause. If you can donate, please donate. Get those in. Thank everybody for coming out, and we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be safe.